The United States and India have struck a trade deal. President Donald Trump praised the agreement on social media, saying tariffs against India will immediately drop from 25% to 18%. Trump also says India will stop buying Russian oil, which he claims will help end the war in Ukraine. Journalist Nick Harper is tracking this story for us from Washington. Nick, so what more details can you tell us about this deal?
Well, Angie, it's certainly a turnaround because for the first time in many months, the US president is speaking about the Indian Prime Minister in glowing terms. He announced this on social media, lots of fanfare. In that social media post, he described Prime Minister Narendra Modi as one of my greatest friends, a powerful and respected leader. This very much changing the calculation between the two countries after punitive tariffs placed on India by the US over its buying of Russian oil. Now, Donald Trump says that will now end, and instead India will buy much more from the United States, and he says potentially from Venezuela as well. You mentioned that drop in tariffs from 25% to 18%. But importantly, the US president in this social media post also detailed some other buying that India will now be doing. He said the Prime Minister also committed to buy American at a much higher level, in addition to over $500 billion of US energy, technology, agriculture, coal, and many other products. It's worth mentioning that Narendra Modi has not confirmed that part of the deal, although in a social media post he did say that tariffs were being reduced. And Donald Trump ending his post by saying our amazing relationship with India will be even stronger going forward. So very much a big change here, Angie, after some months of really difficult trade relations between the two countries.
Indeed, and interpreting how the two of them have presented what was talked about, what was potentially agreed upon. This all coming, Nick, on the heels of several bilateral agreements recently signed by India, marking that shift in direction for the country. So talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just last week, that deal with the EU, which was referred to as the mother of all deals. A shift for India, but also we're seeing a shift for Canada, trying to reduce its reliance on trade with the United States and trying to reset relations with India. The thinking is that in March, we could see negotiations begin on the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. And that could involve a 10-year uranium supply deal. It could involve deals for nuclear energy, oil and gas. Canada's energy minister was in India just last week, and Prime Minister Mark Carney may be travelling there next month. That would certainly mark a shift in relations, but potentially lead to an enormous trade agreement between the two countries.
Appreciate the update on this. Thank you, journalist Nick Harper, for us in Washington.